What's up? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good out there. I know I ain't posted in a minute, but you know, your girl living life, you know what I'm saying? Just got my hair retwisted, so it's all fresh. It's raining outside. I got errands to run, things like that. I be having a life, so you know, I don't always be on YouTube like that. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about, you know, just some things, some observations that I've just made just in watching people, listening to how they talk, you know, just watching. It is amazing how, like, the number one topic, you know, is just, you know, it's about relationships and stuff like that, right? And it's so funny because when I go to work or whatever, most of the people that are there, they're boomers. It ain't too many millennials, or if there are some millennials there, I don't know. But I know that there's this whole thing where it's like people are so curious. I just boiled it down to a spiritual thing because it's been that way for me my whole life. When I be trying to figure out why people act like weirdos, why people say the things that they say, why do they act the way they act, I have to always remind myself it's because who I am spiritually, the light that I have, the fact that I'm protected, you know, and also, like, you know, the healing energy that I just naturally embody. The more I heal myself and change my perspective on how, because I see life through a whole new lens right now, and that's what I wanted to share. So, you know, to the ladies out there, you know, man, y'all should just really, like, listen to men when they talk. You know, one thing I have noticed is and this is going off of a bunch of, like, statistics, stats, you know, because if you want to be successful in life, you have to balance logic with emotions. So, you know, like, for example, my fiance don't always say stuff that I like to hear, but that doesn't mean I should just irrationally be like, no, you're wrong, shut up, and just dismiss what he said. You know, sometimes when you are told a truth or you are presented a truth, just because you don't see yourself in that light, you know, everybody has a different perspective or version of me. I have a particular version of myself that I know myself as. That doesn't mean that my fiance sees me that way, my kids or my pets or family members, friends would see me in that exact same way. And I say that because that's kind of like how narcissist minds operate. They operate like, no, I'm perfect. I'm a perfect mother. I'm a perfect father. I'm a perfect husband or wife. I can't do anything wrong. I do everything perfecto, you know, no mistakes. You know, that's the type of mindset that they have. But then the empaths of the world, we have a mirror to show them, like, hold on. You done stole, you lied, you cheated, you did this, you did that. No. Now, you know what I'm saying? And when you hold that mirror up, because this is one thing that I noticed. When people come into my presence and they have been on the wrong path of life, or they have evil intentions, whatever it may be, they view me as a threat. They view me as a threat because the light that I have that shines within me, because God is in me, I am anointed, protected, all of that. You scared because your witchcraft don't work. Your little demon prayers of Satan Satan don't work. You know what I'm saying? And so it's so funny because my trainer at my job or whatever, he recently made the comment, you know, where he was like, oh yeah, you know, she don't really talk to nobody, because he was training somebody new, right? So in my mind, I'm like, what you mean I don't talk to nobody? I mean, if you say hello, I say hello, and I keep it pushing. It is really amazing how, in protecting my energy by being to myself, being quiet, going in there, getting my paperwork, and then dipping, doing what I need to do, you know. And then I noticed every time I begin to exit a room, You know, that's when somebody wants to say something. One thing about me is, if you didn't have the gall to say something when I was in the space and in the room, why are you trying to say something now that I'm exiting that space or that room? Because I'm not going to be like, huh? What was that you said? Because one, you're not my boss, so I don't answer to you. Two, you ain't got nothing to do with my car, my job. Like, they'll ask dumb questions. Oh, you own that car? Knowing damn well they seen me get in and out my car. So that's a dumbass question. But I understand from a low vibrational state, it's a conversation starter. Well, what makes you think that I'm in the mood to converse with you? You know, just like I told my, fiance, I'm like, look, the same, I leave my co-workers where I found them. If we can develop, an associateship, and then it evolves into a friendship or something, then great. But I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me. Most of y'all are baby boomers. Y'all have zero in common with me. The fact that y'all are married, divorced, happily. You're not divorced, but you ain't happily married either. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you in a whole marriage that's sexless and all this stuff, right? But I just noticed that sometimes, my male coworkers, they'll say stuff when I'm in there doing my paperwork. Oh, well, you got to pick and choose your they'll just be talking about all types of relationship stuff. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, this is a place of work. And I don't got a relationship with none of y'all like that to be telling y'all anything. And it's like, the more mysterious I am and the less that I don't talk, it's like they want to pry more and more. Oh, well, how old are you? If I'm not in a relationship with you, my age shouldn't concern you. Oh, well, do you have kids? Again, why does whether I have kids or not concern you? Now, they could be just trying to find grounds to converse and things of that nature, but it's like, I'm not asking you how old you are. I'm not asking you if you married, divorced, got kids, or anything like that. Just like one guy, my first 2 weeks there, he was just like, he just starts blabbing, just talking, puking at the mouth, if you will. And me as an empath, I've learned to not take on other people's energy. It's taken me a while to master this. But, when people vent or people want to talk about things, I have to put them in a category where it just goes in one ear and out the other. And it's not that I don't have compassion or anything like that. It's just, I just met you. Dang, the rain. Y'all hear that rain? It's loud. Yeah, it's pouring down, y'all. I'm glad I ain't at work. Because if I had to drive in this, baby, whoo, I'd be sleepy. It's so dark and gray and mucky. It was just day and it got like night. It's 1:44 in the afternoon. I should have just stayed my butt home. But I had to go do a few errands today. I had to get an oil change, tire rotation. Because I'd be damned if I let my Camaro have any lights on. I worked hard for my muscle, baby. I love my sports car. I love her. Sure, I recently had her detailed. She all nice and clean. Well, she was clean on the outside. I swear I cannot keep my car clean. No sooner than I wash it, here come birds wanting to shit on it. And I'll be like, for real? So actually, I'm glad that it's raining. Wash all that bird poop away off my car. Anyways, I hope y'all can hear me because shoot, this rain loud. But yeah, y'all. Anyways, it's amazing because, when you have a healing energy and, God has put you in places, because God moves me around where he needs me to be. And there's a lot of people right now who are finding themselves trying to backtrack to me, whether it's ex-friends, ex-family members. I couldn't tell you who, but last week I kept getting a lot of unknown numbers. Now I don't know if that's due to AT&T getting hacked and all of that. I don't know if they correlate or whatnot. But in my mind, what's funny? I went to Facebook and I posted, I was like, ooh, somebody's desperate to get in touch with me. Why you ringing my line? Why you ringing my line? Right? Man, now it is pouring down rain and you out here begging for money, sir. You need to go home because I know you live across the street. Like, stop. Over here panhandling all this rain with an umbrella. But anyways, it be blowing my mind how some of these people, they have a whole house. They got a car that's more expensive than mine. They be in Bentleys and Mercedes and Lexuses and shit. I've watched these people panhandle at the corners of these roads, and then I happen to see them. I'd be like, ain't that such and such that's always at Walmart entrance or always here or always there? And then I see them, I'm like, damn, so you got a whole, wow, you panhandling to get people to pay your car off or to pay. I was like, man, look, it's hard out here. Scammers, man. I be warning y'all about scammers. But that's a whole nother topic for another time. I just wanted to tell y'all, like, straight up, it's amazing once you learn how to navigate being an empath, how you learn how to not absorb other people's emotions and bullshit. You understand the spiritual realm to the point that, like, for example, all these men are talking about these women. Well, if you break it down from a spiritual perspective, then you should understand and you should be able to discern when you are in the presence of a Delilah spirit, a Jezebel spirit, a spirit of chaos and confusion, a spirit of division. There are different, I ain't got no technical names. I'm just saying, like, anything, because God is nothing but clarity. Understanding. There is no confusion. So when people come around, and it cracks me up when people are like, I don't like drama, and they be the main ones in it, and they be the main ones, the creators of it. They create the confusion, and then they want to cry and complain about it. Sir, ma'am, you created the chaos. Every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect. So that's just like right now, right? These people that are trying to get back in touch with me. Okay, so one girl, I used to go to high school with her. Another girl, I used to go to college with her. Both of these women are single status moms. The college girl has 2 kids. I believe 2 daughters. The other girl I went to high school with got 3 kids. I met her oldest daughter one time. I don't know if she got boys or girls or boy and a girl. I'm not sure. But what I do know is I'm never going to take advice from somebody the same age as me. Never. You have no wisdom. Now don't get me wrong. I can learn what not to do from you. But I wouldn't take your advice at face value, like, oh yeah, this is a person to take advice from. No. You want to know why? Because I find this scenario to be very interesting. So the girl I went to high school with, and then there's another friend or whatever that, also attended high school with. Now this other friend, she married a simp because she gave him an ultimatum. Well, we've been together X amount of time. If you don't marry me, I'm gone. Well, girl, he cheated on you and your ass is still there. And then you married him. Then the high school, friend or whatever, with the 2 kids or 3 kids, her dude dumped her, got tired of her motherfucking mouth, got tired of her pestering him about marriage. I knew, and her father knew, that boy wasn't gonna marry her. So you went on to produce children with this guy, and he still didn't marry you. It's a damn shame. So now y'all want to hit me up because y'all ain't happy in life. So the girl who got the simping husband, all the financial burden is on her. she's the masculine in that relationship. He's the feminine. You know, that's great that y'all got a house and a car and all this and stuff like that. But neither one of y'all are happy in that marriage. You can post all the pictures on Facebook and everything like that, but the spirit does not lie. Okay? When you take pictures, it captures your soul, and man, look, they don't look happy. That's just my observation. That's just my opinion. You know, now the single mothers, I know they asses ain't happy. How we fall out of friendship because, you know, you had an attitude or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And then years later, when you in baby mamaville, you know, now it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna hit up Shanae. What you hit me up for? I ain't no single mom. Shit, God at least gave me the goddamn wisdom to wait until I'm married. Yeah, I'm engaged and all that, which is more than I can say for them. I didn't have to sit here and beg him, be with me, love me, you know, do this for me. No. And that's the difference. You know, and it's crazy because if you've ever found yourself in a situation where, you know, the group of people around you, your friends, co-workers, whoever, where they're all in, say, relationships, marriages, you have to understand, if you're single, and honestly, it really doesn't matter. This is like for anybody, single, relationship, marriage, you have to understand, you know, you're living a different lifestyle than the next person. So every marriage ain't gonna be the same. You don't know what goes on in these marriages behind closed doors. You don't know what goes on with these people's relationships behind closed doors. So if you were single, be happy in your singleness. If you're in a relationship, be happy in that relationship, all right? And if you're in that marriage, then you definitely need to be happy in your marriage, because I'm gonna drop some gems on y'all. I've never been a romantic, a romance person, you know. I grew up with a lot of girls who like, if we did sleepover, stuff like that, they was always like, oh, The Notebook and all these lovey-dovey, mushy, squishy movies. I've always hated romance movies. Now, I love romance comedies. I love me a rom-com. Why? Because I can laugh. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just pure romance, it's like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because this is an observation that I've noticed. A lot of hopeless romantics are emotionally unstable. They are head baskets. Okay? This is why people, you wonder why men and women are so delusional out here? They're delusional because they out here thinking, pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen that movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, I believe that was his name. I watched that as a kid and I didn't understand it. All I knew is that it was a rich billionaire that got with a hooker whore, and this hooker whore becomes his girlfriend. And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, why? She's not marriage material. She's not girlfriend material. Like what are you doing, sir? So now delusional women are out here like, I can bust it down and be a 304 because I'ma still be a wifey. No, bitch, the two don't go in hand in hand. No. You can't be out here collecting spirits from all them demonic men and then think you're gonna get with a guy and he gotta deal with all them legions of demons you have within you. No, ma'am. You gonna be single and by yourself. Or you gonna be with a wicked man because you a wicked woman. I mean, let's make it make sense on all levels, folks. You know, there's like, you know, a lot, like, the marketplace value for women is your beauty. It is what it is. Might sound vain, but that's the reality of it. If your beauty could not attract these men to you, what would you have left? Now, don't get me wrong, you got nasty boys out there. You got nasty boys. They will stick their dick in animals, dead bodies, cartel, you name it. If it's a hole and it can be warm and wet, he is gonna try to fuck it. And that is really just nasty. But that's why I said there's nasty boys. They don't care how obese, how ugly, how broke, how destitute this woman is, how crazy. None of that matters. He's in a dry spell and he needs to rub out a nut like a squirrel. Real bad. And some guys out here, they be down bad. All right. And they can just only take what they can get. And then they contribute to making these women believe, I'm beautiful, I'm bad, I'm this, I'm that. No, he's just down bad. He don't want you when he can have that girl over there. But he doesn't qualify for that girl over there. That's why he would show my mastodon ass. Okay? Like, women be getting it twisted. Well, he keep coming back for more because you allow it. If you clink and stop letting a mofo spread your legs like a field goal, then guess what? Because I just find it amazing how listening to all these women, whether it don't matter where on the internet they are, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even in real life, listening to women talk, they just up there, these men ain't shit. That's because you've been with a Pookie and a Ray Ray. That's why. You haven't actually been with an actual man. That's why. And then when you went out here and you made a baby, multiple babies, and then don't add multiple men on top of that, you've decreased your dating market value. All the women out there who don't have kids like myself has a higher marketplace value in the dating scene than women with children. I mean, a lot of women don't want to hear that, but it's the damn truth. It is the truth. Look around. Like, these guys, they will have sex with single moms and they will deal with you only for your womb. But when they get tired of you, or you start nagging them, or you start, and then another thing that women got to understand is, sometimes if you gave, I get it, we're all human. You got that sexual urge, so you might have just, you got your, what they call it these days, a sneaky link, fuck buddy, friends with whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got that person, you might like them or whatever, but he ain't checking for you like that. He's already like categorized you as just a bust down and then I'm dipping. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? If you know that you want a relationship, if you know that you want to be married, then you should treat your body as such. You should act as such. You shouldn't just be out here, every guy you dating, you fucking them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Obviously, you have to get out here and meet people, but it's like, come on. And then women be like, well, he always come back. What the heck? Oh, I was wondering. They be like, oh, he always come back. Because he views you as easy access. He views you as, oh, I can get you anytime. And then when you do deny access, they can't believe it. Or when you do get into a relationship or you do end up married, they get mad because he down bad. If he had a roster or if he had a rotation like he think he do, then why would he be coming back to you? Just think about that. I mean, people who have moved on, they not looking back at all. For what? It ain't nothing to look back to. That person, if you know a deal breaker is the person cheating and they cheated, that's a done deal. It's a done data. Like, why deal with it? You know what I'm saying? And I just find it interesting, like, listening, because, like, don't get me wrong, I got even family members that'll call me up and they'll be talking about, like, their relationship or whatever, venting. And me being an empath, you can't just be venting to me. It doesn't mean I'm going to go around spreading your business or nothing like that. But I may not have the capacity to listen to that nonsense. Especially when the nonsense is exactly that. It's nonsense. It don't make sense. He cheated. No. He cheated on you about 5-6 times. The cheating ain't the problem. So what's the real problem? And if he didn't cheat on you, now the next question I have is, well, why did he cheat on you? Did you get into this long-term relationship? You threw him the ass to reel him in like a black widow, tangle him up in your web, and to puppeteer him, essentially, right? Manipulation and all that, right? You wanted to use that to bait him in. And so, because I feel like this, men, if the woman gives you ass and you just busting them cheeks down a lot early on, and then 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years go by, next thing you know, you ain't getting sex like that no more. That's a bait and switch. She switched up on you. She reeled you in by throwing that ass back, but then once you was there, she stopped. I don't care what anybody says, like, I don't be understanding, like, it just blows my mind how people can be in sexless marriages. Like, why did you get married? I thought the whole point of being married to somebody was you get sex whenever you want, man or woman, from your spouse. You know that the children is between y'all two, and you know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know that that's y'all kids. Y'all know that there ain't gonna be no STDs. Have y'all heard what's going on in Houston? And besides the flooding and all that hurricane, you know, stuff, that's unfortunate. But their STD rate, like 42,000 people, actually it's really over 42,000 people, have tested. And the highest one is syphilis. They got a lot of syphilis going on in Houston. Then the next highest one, that's like in the thousands, is gonorrhea. And then I think chlamydia, if I remember reading the article right. I was like, dang, y'all got some. Man, look, if you live in Houston, Texas, you better wrap it up. And not to mention, they got a lot of HIV going on out there too, because there's been a lot of stories going on lately where men and women are up there. Oh, I got HIV from this guy, or I got HIV from this chick. There was a story about this lady. She got arrested. She was a hoe or a hooker or whatever, and she had like 200 clients. She knew she had HIV and had sex with all 200 of those men for like 2 years, because I think they dated it back to like 2022, but she recently had got arrested, I believe last month or back in May, somewhere around there. And I'm like, and mind you, she wasn't pretty. And it blew my mind how old she was. She was only like 23. She was in her 20s. She was in her 20s looking like she was 50. She definitely was on drugs. Hey, to my fellas out there, I need y'all to be aware that a lot of these women, they are head baskets because they be booted and zooted with that ass tooted. Okay? So, you know, you need to be on your P's and Q's, dot your I's, cross your T's. You know what I'm saying? You really need to evaluate who you are getting with, because, you know, drugs mixed with medication or alcohol, yeah, you looking for a motherfucker to be loopy, slow, all kinds of mentally just gone. You know what I'm saying? And then you wondering why, like, she don't make sense. Why her mind gone. Her mind is just gone. She gone off the medication. She gone off the drugs, the alcohol, you name it. You name it. You name it. I mean, people got spirits out here. That's the bottom line to me. So I don't believe in a gender war. Actually, it's amazing how my observation of the world has actually been, you know, mapped. Being raised by a single narcissistic mother. It's amazing how, you know, she tried to make me look at men as evil. Oh, men ain't shit. Men this, men that. Just always man bashing. Just say that you hate men. But then it's like, if you hate men, why do you want to be married to one? You might as well go and get you a dyke to be married to. But statistics show that 70% of lesbians have high divorce rates, higher divorce rates than heterosexual couples. So, ladies, y'all the problem out there. And y'all really are making it hard. I mean, I ain't gonna say making it hard for myself because I got my person. I'm good, you know. But I'm just saying, like, for the other women out there, you know, and then not to mention the women that are coming up who are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? They know their role. They're not, you know, acting masculine. They're not trying to emasculate the guy. They're not, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And unfortunately, these Jezebels and these Delilahs, they be breaking men down, breaking y'all financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You know, even some of y'all physically. Because it just blew my mind that you let like a 4'9", 5'3" girl black your eye or slap you. Or it's like, what? Like, it be blowing my mind, a lot of stuff that you hear about, you know, on social media or in the news, or that a person might even say face to face. It's just mind blowing because it's like, what? You 6 foot and you weigh how much? And it's crazy because women love to be like, well, he this and he that. And I'm thinking to myself, with all that men tolerate from women, men love more than women do. You know, when men go through a divorce, they could be single for years. A woman goes through a divorce, she on the next dick hopping. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I've seen it. And women seem to be, you know, it's like a Lilith spirit, very very demonic out here. And being that, and I say this too because, you know, when it comes to abortions and this feminist mindset, a lot of these women, if they know that they're going to have a son, they will go and abort that boy, but keep the girl. And it's like, what? Like, it be mind-blowing out here, just the things you hear. But y'all stay safe out there if y'all in the dating streets, you know. I know it's full of poop, pee, blood. You know, I know it's messed up. But, you know, just maintain your relationship with God. And God will definitely bring you to the person that you're with. Everybody has a past. Everybody makes mistakes. Particularly if you are a man or a woman and you were raised by a single mother, you have a lot of evolving to do. Because these single moms out here are garbage. They would rather raise up a child or children in poverty than to allow that child to have more success with the father. Because I did videos about this where I told y'all about a 2-parent household. Single fathers are doing just as good as a 2-parent household, where the worst type of household for any child to be in is a single mother household. And I'm telling you that out of my mouth, being raised by one. Her alienating me from my father. She can't teach me how to date because she can't pick a man to save her goddamn life. That's why she's 60 years old, still lonely. 1, she can't pick. 2, she decided to friend zone the good men. 3, she wanted to be out there fucking Tyrone and Poop Poop. Okay? And then when they get her ass pregnant, then she wants to be like, they abandoned me. They did that. No. We're not going to play the victim. All right? Because you getting child support off of them. So you ain't single nothing. You single in status, but you got this man's money helping you with these kids. Stop the damn cap. It just makes me sick. Some of these women out here make me sick. And they make a bad name for other women. I mean, it's kind of sad because out of all the different races, Black women are at the worst, least likely to be married, least likely for a lot of things. And they out here with their little lashes and fake ass horse ponytails and goddamn stank ass BBLs. And are you serious? Lord. Ooh, God gotta take me up off the planet. He gotta beam me up, Scotty, or something. Cause this reality here, with all of this nonsense, is like, and then it's crazy because women want to be catty. Look, if you're a woman and you really truly believe that you have male friends, and then those male friends, they have wives or girlfriends, and they be like, well, let me go because I don't want my girl to get mad. You trying to low-key take that woman's man, because you should respect that they in a relationship. You know, when they go home, why you calling them when they at home with their family? It's one thing if y'all work together and y'all chit chat while y'all working or something like that, because you know you have to work. Men and women can't just avoid other men and women, but as long as you have set boundaries in your relationship, you respect your man, you respect your woman, you ain't with none of that work wife, work husband nonsense, because that type of stuff is getting people killed out here. Like, there's so many kind of caveats and nuances and deeper levels to the conversation that I can go into. But y'all comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and feel free to drop down something and let me know how y'all feel. Let me know any topics that y'all want to talk about, because in the relationship aspect, or even with just the behavior of men and women, I have a lot of observations and a lot of opinions that I want to share now. Because I ain't about to focus on narcissism. We know that narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths